Hello, punters, and welcome back to another episode of NRL Unpopular Opinions. I am your host, Ryan Cook. Joining me is the stats and numbers man, Oscar Panafex.
Hey, I'm here. That's all I got. Shout out Beaver. Don't know why. Just feeling it this morning.
Back in the studio is Jarrell Yogi.
I love me some Beaver. Steve Menzies, that is. For all you punters out there who have got sick minds. Yeah, we're back, baby. It feels good to be here and not in Dolby. No apologies.
What's wrong with Dolby?
No apologies to Andrew McCulloch. The worst thing to come out of there, by the way. That's what I've been told by the locals. Anyway, no, that's not me. They literally said they hate him. So, but I love you, Mac. You know, I love you so much. They don't, though.
Matt gets so many shout outs on this show. He must love it.
Vlogging on this show.
Literally every week.
He actually does. I know. And I haven't seen him. I drove past him this morning and he waved at me and I just went back. Gave him the finger right back. I don't think he was ready for it, but it felt right. Yeah, it felt really, really good. Anyway.
I look forward to that popping up on dash cam videos on Facebook.
Yeah, me too. I actually hope I got a speeding fine and you see me just going, F you, man.
Back from the AFL heartland. He's back from a 2-week absence. It's
What the hell?
Liam Fogarty.
The boys are back in town. Hello.
Where have you been?
So, what? It's been 2 weeks, eh?
Yeah.
Long
You look
time
extra pale today.
He's in a mood too. He's a
Extra
grumpy boy.
I'm in a mood because you boys are like gaslighting me or some shit. Like I was fine when I walked in.
No,
and
dude,
you're making me feel bad.
You were
saying I
antsy
look
when
bad.
you were antsy when the elevator opened.
No, it wasn't.
There's
me in the
tension
building.
between Oscar and Liam today. Listeners.
Tension.
Me and no. Jarrell and Lee.
Well, apparently there's tension everywhere. I don't know what I've done.
Oh, this is good. This is good stuff.
So, back to your question. Last week, I was down in Victoria. We were shooting some State of Origin content. Doing that in Victoria. Don't know why. Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to. And then the week before, I got 3 of my 4 wisdom teeth out.
You did.
Are you all right?
Well, it takes ages to recover. I've got stitches out yesterday.
You look like Jack Medellino.
You look like a weak gutted dog.
Yeah.
That's what you do. That's what you really do.
Why did I come back?
I don't know. This is bullying.
Oh, this is
But I'm here for it.
bullying.
I will snap, and it will be ugly.
Yeah, that's right.
It will be very
I've been
ugly.
waiting for it.
One of you boys will deck me, and I'll look even worse.
Maybe tensions are high because the Brisbane Broncos bubble
Well, that's
starting
not
first.
helping, is it? Like,
I think we found the raw nerve.
That's not helping my mental health at all.
What's going on? Talk us through it. What's happening in Brisbane the last 2 weeks, folks?
Bruh, we just got no plan.
Bruh.
Like,
Yeah, it's crazy that you have no answers.
dude, like the game 2 weeks ago, every time we get near the 10-meter line, we just flat-footed. We have no idea what we're doing in attack. Last week, we got Latrell Mitchell pretty fucking hard.
You got Keon Kalamatangi too.
Matungied,
Actually, you just got waned.
and
Waned, yeah.
You got waned.
And now I just think it's exponential. Like now we're playing catch up. And we've got all these open wounds that people are pouring salt into.
Where's the panic meter on 1 to 10? Where are you?
It's double what it was 2 weeks ago.
So 10.
Who we got this week? I hope it's someone shit.
The Dragons.
Oh, okay. But not panicking that much then. 13 plus.
Dude, your mental health if St. George beat the Broncos.
Oh, this
oh my God.
If we lose to St. George, I almost might draw a line through us. I don't know. It's
that video of you with the toaster has been shared more and more in the chat.
You know what's funny? That video, I did that in like 2020 when we were real shit. And it's just...
Shout out Brady Croft.
You know how often it's like, oh, that aged like milk? That's aged like wine.
It's crazy. I don't know why you would eat toast in the bathroom.
Oh,
It's weird.
you should give it a go, man. It's great.
Lots of fun. Gerard, you're good mates with Dozer. Have you spoken to him?
Yeah, I have. I actually seen him this morning. What's today? Yeah, I seen him this morning.
Yeah.
He's good. He's good. He's in good spirits. A little bit upset. I mean, the last time I went and checked, I did some research, and the last time he'd done a hammy was 2017. So this is a freak accident for Ben Hunt. You know, like we don't get a lot of these with him. He's usually pretty durable. Yeah, durable, accountable when it comes to having injuries. So yeah, I mean, look, it was probably due for one at some stage, in his tenure here at the Brisbane Broncos, and it's just happened to come at the worst time when we've dropped a few games. So he's in really good spirits. So he's not happy that there's a bye coming up and he'll have to train through. Because usually what happens, you get a couple of days off, right, after a bye, when you get a bye, and not the rehab boys. I know a lot about that. They stay and grind, the boys do. They stay and grind. So he's filthy that he won't get a couple of days off. But it is what it is. And obviously the weekend's game will be against the Dragons, which we've all been waiting for this matchup with him to come back in this. So
good point.
Yeah, I suppose we'll have to wait. Is there another game we play down there? We usually play the Dragons twice a year, the Broncos. I don't think we ever don't. So I would say we'll have to wait till we go down to Wollongong.
What are the odds Shane Flanagan says some smart-ass comment about Ben Hunt not being available
I said
to
to
play
him this morning, I did say to him this morning, I said, why don't you, because you're not playing, I just said to him and offered him out, and I said, why don't you just go and say something,
just talk some shit
crazy in the media.
Post something on Twitter tonight.
So the boys, well, he doesn't have any social media, but why don't you say something? Yeah. Why don't you say something so the boys have to
just call Buzz.
Front up with it on Sunday?
Buzz on the blower.
So he says something and then they go, why'd you say that? Now they're going to come here all pumped up.
Madge would beat Flano in a bar fight. ...
That's a good one though, actually. Who do you reckon would win that? I reckon the height. Surely
Madge or
Michael.
Flano.
Surely Madge.
I reckon it's pretty close.
In a bar fight?
Yeah.
No rules?
I'm going to go Flano.
That's Flano's territory.
Flano,
dirty.
Yeah, he talks a lot of crap though.
Yeah, but Madge you could rip both Madge's arms off, he'd still keep coming at you.
Yeah.
He'd just try and bite you.
It'd be a good one. Maybe that's the new... I know all these alpha boys are starting these UFC podcasts. Maybe we need to get the coaches fighting each other in the end of the year.
If you got a draw after Golden Point...
Wayne's gone. We can't because he's over it. That's the Masters. Hey, that's Masters.
No. Well, then Wayne's Rabbits need to win before that 90-minute mark. I reckon if you get a 90 minutes and it's still a draw, coaches have got to go down.
1 outs.
Yeah. Just last man standing.
Oh, jeez. I'd love to see Wayne throw one too.
You wouldn't want Canberra and Golden Point then, I think. Ricky would be pound for pound number
you reckon,
one.
So hold on. If there's a ranking of coaches who we think are ranked 1 to 17, who do you think's at the top?
In terms of what?
Fighting.
Fighting ability?
Yeah.
I reckon Desi's bashed a few blokes on the beach.
Yeah, but I would say because he's got long hair, that's a hindrance to him. They could just grab his hair.
Todd Payton scares me.
That's Todd Payton actually.
I reckon Wolfie would be a tough competitor.
Boy, can I say this actually?
That's the one. That's the Quinella.
He's a meathead.
I've sparred with Wolfie before and he can fight.
Yeah.
Wolfie can fight. So there it is. But what about your like sleepers like Trent Robinson who are really no?
I love Robbo, but come on.
Okay.
In a bar fight.
There's no one else. We're not missing anyone else.
Game style.
Maybe.
Put all 17 of them.
What about the old footy players like?
How did we get here?
Do you reckon Cleary?
Cleary or
Slater versus
Webby.
Webby.
Slater would be good actually. Bill would go well.
Oh, we throwing Origin coaches in there?
Yeah.
I don't give Laurie much of a chance.
He might be below Wayne.
No, but anyway, we're getting off track, but that would be funny. That would be funny to see. If we got enough money, would you want to see it, punters? That would be good.
I think they would. We can make that happen.
That would be good. Ned's would be the major sponsor. Wow. Royal Rumble even.
Yeah.
There we go. Over
Just chuck them all in.
Yep. See what happens.
The coaches... that'll be funny.
Let's, on a more serious note.
Jeez, we've come out of the blocks.
Buzz.
Yeah, so how would Madge beat Flano?
Brass knucks. Gerard, what's the general feeling behind the scenes at the Bronx? Because it's been a big week off the field with all this chat about the cruise and then Buzz versus Madge in the media.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of that. Can you fill me in on that part? What's
the Buzz stuff?
Yeah, the Buzz stuff.
What's Buzz done now?
What has he done now?
Just sort of calling out Madge, saying that, basically what we've already spoken about. It's been blown out of proportion, but saying that he's lost the locker room. There's unrest there.
But he said that he says that with.
He says that about everything.
He's got a template.
Anyway, you know what?
I was going to say Buzz's got hats. He just picks out.
I appreciate Buzz in a certain way that he's got to sell papers, and he does that very well. So I'm not going to begrudge him of doing that. But I just think they're in a bad patch of footy right now. I mean, we're sitting seventh on the ladder. It's not huge panic stations yet, but there has to be. You got to start putting two halves of footy together. That's where we've got to be. I think at the Broncos. We've seen a lot of great halves that the Bronx have played this year, but we haven't. I don't think we've put a full game of footy together yet, and that doesn't scare me. If we're playing shit week in and week out from the whole game, then I think I'm a bit more worried. But being around there, it's not. I mean, no one likes to lose, and especially when you're walking around the club and there is a certain feel of like, oh, it's not great because you go, oh well, we want to win footy games. That's just the matter of it. So yeah, I wouldn't be. This is a big game for us on the weekend. We don't really generally play well on Sundays. Like, it's just not. It sounds really weird for me to say that because our best footy is Friday night footy, and having these weird long turnarounds and the players playing on. I loved playing on Sundays personally. I thought it's a 2:00 game. Like, this is a cracker time for all the families out there
at Suncorp.
At Suncorp Stadium. Like, this is for all the families out there. It'll be a sold out, I think. So they're going to need to produce something on the weekend. So yeah, I would like to see them put two halves together. And look, we've probably. We're on a Tuesday. We're going to see Ez probably play on the weekend.
Didn't he recommend on the weekend?
Well, look, mate.
Is that guy okay?
That bloke has to go to work this week.
I will also say this: the Clydesdales aren't going the greatest.
No.
So we've got to put respectively for them. They did put 60 on them though. They're a semi-professional side. So Ezra came off after 40 minutes. Madge was there. Okay. I think there's signs of. We know what's happening. I think Madge was sitting right behind the coaches, Hodges and Hunt. So
just a little tap on the shoulder. He's like, "That's enough."
Yeah, I think he'd seen enough in the first 40 minutes to realise that Ezra was right. I think he'll be named in the extension squad, or he'll be named in the 6. So we'll see. It's been a long time coming for him, and I'm looking forward to see what he brings back to the Broncos side, and that's probably a little bit more of his running game. And I think Ben Hunt, having Ben out, we'll sort of see the makeup, what it was like without him. So I think they'll bounce back. This weekend, and I reckon they'll play some good footy. And yeah, I'm excited to see Ez.
Where are you at with this, the boys going on the cruise in Sydney thing? To me, it's an absolute non-story.
What happened?
I didn't even hear about it.
So it's going to flow into our later segment where no one can get away with doing anything in the NRL anymore?
Yeah, pretty much. But
what happened?
So before the Rabbitohs game, the Bronx went on a cruise in Sydney.
Well, it wasn't. They went on a boat to relax.
Yeah.
Like all of it as a whole team function?
Yeah. As a team.
I don't see a problem with it. But did this happen a lot in your day job?
100%. If we would go down early to games, we would go do certain things. If it's not the boat, it's going to a nice fancy restaurant.
Yeah. I was going to say, was it a Chinese junket cruise? Or was it the ferry at Darling Harbour?
Riverboat gambling trips.
Could be anything.
Were they just travelling from one side of the harbour to the other?
City cat.
So they play right. This is the way I seen it. They played on the Friday night. They played Sunday previously.
Yep.
They'd gone down early to do team run down in Sydney. I would have said it's probably had a little bit to do with maybe just to try and freshen the boys up and in a different environment. There was a shorter week for them. Like I said, they don't usually play on a Sunday, so the short turnaround from probably didn't help. But they went down, did team run down there, and they had a fair bit of time off. So I'd say they'd gone just to enjoy each other's company on a boat. And Madge has been to Sydney before. He just coached the New South Wales Blues. He's been in Sydney. He coached the Rabbitohs. Like, he would know people. Just to go, I would say it was just going to press the reset button and relax.
Little team building.
I think there was a few boys who put some stories up maybe of them being on a boat. Maybe that's where I go, boys, let's not film this.
Don't publicise
it. Let's just go and enjoy each other's company.
Yep.
And then we'll go from there. So yeah, a few people have got a hold of it and rubbed it the wrong way, but it's a bloody.
He might have been. I'm not sure.
It's a leisure cruise for them just to go and relax.
It's funny how that narrative changes though, because if they win that game, then it's like, oh, aren't they all so tight knit and the camaraderie is great.
I will say this. If you're the Brisbane Broncos, you can't do anything fancy because you're a fancy club. It doesn't matter what you do. You're always, the rhetoric's going to be and lean towards, you've got all this money and you're using it the wrong way.
Yep.
We've always been like that. There's always people being like that, and they always write stories like this about us. So it doesn't matter. no matter what you do, they could have gone and given out food to the homeless and still been like, well, they didn't concentrate on the game. They
Why
went,
aren't they training? Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it's there's no good
win.
way to put it. You can't win. So, I think it's bullshit, but that's just what it is.
Before we move on, question to all of you: do we think the Broncos are a better team than they were last year?
That's a good question.
I think we've got the same injury problems as we did last year. Adam Reynolds hurt himself in round 7 last year or something. Reece Walsh hurt himself in round 10.
Yep.
We're losing big parts of the spine, and now we've lost Dozer. And Adam Reynolds, has been carrying probably what it looks like a burner at times. Like I feel like they're not fresh. They're not fresh. It's really hard to say that they're probably carrying something, but I would say they're pretty similar.
Yep. Oscar, you the same?
I think they will. I think they 100% will be a better side than they were last year. I just think it's a storm in a teacup at the moment, isn't it? For a team coming 7th, like you said at the top, Jarrell. They're 5-5 after 10 rounds played. In 2014, South Sydney were 5-5 after 10 rounds played. They won the comp hunter match. So I think while it's easy to go, holy shit, Bronx have lost 3 of the last 4. They're 7th on the ladder. They've got half their spine missing at the moment. They still can't find a left back rower. They've got Carrigan, I think playing out of position. I won't be surprised if he moves back into 13 sooner rather than later, just because at the moment it's Carrigan and Haas taking yardage carries, and then you get in a good ball and it's like, what the do we do now?
Does anyone else think this on the weekend? And this is just me. I watched Paddy on the weekend. He looked so tired.
Yeah, it's because not all he's doing. He made 50 tackles on the weekend.
He looked ruined, man.
He's averaging 40 tackles and he's taking
tired.
play 2 and play 3 carries. He's just getting pumped. He can do it. He's a fucking beast. He's one of the best middle forwards in the game, right? At either a distributing role or he can just do the tough stuff and be that guy. Yeah. But when he's doing that, when he's making 40 tackles and making 170 really shit meters every week, of course he looks gassed. Yeah. And then there's no... The attack is clunky, I think, for a few reasons. I think there's some disconnect out of dummy half. Sometimes guys taking the wrong options, whether it's a dart as opposed to hitting a spot on the field. And then, 2 guys in Hunt and Reno who haven't played footy together before. Also probably 2 first receivers rather than guys on the second or third layer of a shift. You got a new fullback in at the moment. There's so much up in the air. And in between all that, you've won 5 games. And then the 5 that you've lost, I think it was 2 blowouts. The rest is you're not conceding more than 20 odd points a game. It's not like the defense is poor.
Yeah,
I think they're there or thereabouts, which is exactly where they are on the ladder. It'll be a challenging origin period because they'll have to do it without Payne and without Paddy. But I'm still not panicking about the Bronx just yet at all.
Sounds like you can be optimistic, Fogs. You can relax a little bit.
I'm just so happy Ezra's back this week. I just can't wait to see him rip and tear, man.
And he put Ezra and Reece back into this side. Suddenly, those disconnection issues and those clunkiness in attack issues, it's not to say they will immediately disappear, but what do Reece and Ezra bring?
Well,
connection and
X factor
in attack.
And Ezra's physicality in the middle, I think, is really going to set a tone. He'll come up and jam someone early.
Yeah, and doesn't mind flying out.
And I think the boys will feed off that.
I'm honestly, it's funny to see how I think this, and I'm going to go back to what I said at the start of the year. I think Selwyn Cobbo's best position is on the wing.
Yep.
Reece Walsh, is it fair to say that we've missed what he brings to the side?
Oh, definitely.
And
he hasn't had his best year either.
And what I'm trying to say is we run him, a lot of people drop shit on him so much, but he produces a lot of good things, but everyone sees the bad stuff. So I think everyone needs to pump the brakes on the Reece train and just, he's a classy footy player.
100%.
And we need to understand that, and we're definitely missing him at the Brisbane Broncos at the moment. And I will stand by what I said at the start of the year, that Selwyn Combo's best position is on the wing because he's carries. He looks gassed as well because of all the work for instance, when they kick far for him, they're making him work so much more, and he does look fit, don't get me wrong, but by the end of the game he's so tired. Poor lad. Yep. He's a bigger body than Reece. It's a lot. He's carrying probably extra 25 kgs on Walshy.
Yep.
So I still think those 2 boys' best positions are in their positions, and I think we're gonna when we get Walshy back, I think we'll see a lot more a better spine.
In saying that, I thought Cobbo's last 10 minutes on the weekend was very good. Like, he was the only one out there trying.
Yeah,
for
correct.
A good
And
chunk of that.
He's handled the transition.
His effort
amazingly
is,
well.
we can't take away from his effort. Like
Yeah.
I'll never do that. But personally, for me, I just think that's his best position in that side.
Yep.
And that I'll stand by that.
4 handling errors at the back last week. It just kills you as a fullback when he's dropping pill like that.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember. I feel like not all of them were shit errors.
No.
though.
But also,
there was a couple. Just
when Reece
highballs.
does 4, he does 4 good things.
Exactly.
That's the other thing we've got to understand. He's a high risk player.
But it's
So-
also like while she's on the field, people are just watching him, waiting for him to
Yeah,
do something,
to
and that
do-
draws attention away from
Correct.
the rest of them.
when you see Selwyn do something at fullback, people go, "Whoa,
yeah.
Yeah.
oh, he's good."
Yeah. That's where we were. Weeks ago.
Obviously, he's good. He's playing in the NRL, guys.
Moving on, Gerard, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about Ches to the Roosters. 'Cause
Yeah.
these rumours are starting to hot up a little bit. I doubt you're going to give too much away to
I'm
me here.
going to
but
be. I'm just going to be honest with you. I haven't. Like, I don't. Since this has all happened, I've given him his space. Like, I
Yep.
honestly have, because this is a more of a. It's serious, man. Like, it's a big move in his career. So,
his life.
In his life, and for his family. So what I've done is, I've spoken to him, a handful of times in the last couple of months, but not anything about footy. So I cannot even give you a scoop or anything about this, because I've really taken a step back from that situation, because it's not an easy one, for him, and
Yep.
there's a lot of heat on him at the moment. So the less I can. I still put shit on him. Don't worry about that. And keep him in line. But I've stepped back a little bit and just let him, soak this up.
I feel like everyone would be hitting him up for Goss at the moment too.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think since we got him on last,
For 2 seconds.
he loved that though. He loved it. So it was good.
Well, it's one of our best clips of the year too. We love him.
Yeah. Content's content. Fogs, I know you've been hanging out for this for the last, 3-4 weeks. Origin chat.
Oh, baby.
Let's get
Let me
into
pull out one of my very
I was going to say, whoa, hold on. Don't pull out what you're going to do.
Listen.
Jesus.
This is where he does his best work, old
Oh,
Fogs.
yes. Oh, yes. What do you want to know?
Well, teams are announced this coming weekend. Oscar's our only resident Blues fan on this panel. But let's just go team by team, basically, and see where we line up. I feel like the Queensland sides are going to be pretty similar, but the Blues are a little bit more room.
I don't know. I feel like I've gone a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I think I have.
Well, let's pull him out now.
But anyway,
Who
we'll
wants
see.
to go first?
What do you want to just go like fullback?
Yeah, we can go
and
position by position.
Go through.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's start at fullback.
Oh, I've got Ponga.
Yep, same.
Ponga.
Yep.
Do you want to? You weigh in with your Blues selections at the same time if you want.
Who have you gone?
Well, we sat here and talked about Pappy, didn't we?
You're still on
A
that.
week ago.
Mate, he
Yep.
scored 4 on the weekend.
Yeah.
If he's not the fullback for them, I think there's something wrong.
Yeah, I just found.
But why are you doing this?
I'm twisting myself
But
into it.
why are
not-
you doing this?
Because
you
no,
New South Welshmans are weird.
well, this is what
He's
I'm.
braining it.
This is what I'm
Okay.
about to say.
Okay.
Is I've sat here on this podcast for 3 years, glowing with praise about Queensland's succession planning and the cohesion that they're able to create within their squad, because they've every position, it appears, there has been a clear plan as, okay, it's, Billy Slater at fullback. And if Billy Slater's on fullback, then it's Darbs. And if
Yep.
Darbs is in fullback, it's GI. And if it's not GI, then it's former Origin great
So you're
Corey
saying
Allen,
Tedesco
okay? So-
keeps it. You're
All
saying
right,
Tedesco
okay.
keeps
All right.
it.
Hey, shout out. Former Rabbitoh Corey Allen as well. Now has hair, which is a bit weird. But anyway. So it's been one of the great success stories of Queensland to be able to have that plan and know who the next guy up is, versus New South Wales sit in their little hot seat every year and go, ooh, who's the shiniest new toy at the moment? Let's throw him in. Uto Kamanu, TPJ. Fuck, like I can't because they're so random, the selections that we've
Yeah.
done. CSC for Talakai.
So you're saying Tedesco is your...
For me, no. Like, for me, I liked what I saw from Madge last year, where there was a plan in terms of the style that we wanted to play, and also in terms of like dudes who are reliable and repeatable. That was Edwards, right?
Yep.
So for me, like, everything logically tells me that it needs to be Edwards. But he's injured and Pappy is on fire. So I don't know what to do.
Well, you going head or heart here?
I'm all twisted.
So,
Either not.
who's your
I'll say
fullback?
Pappy. I've got Pappy on my
Okay,
list.
there you go.
Yeah, you got to stick with what you said.
I said that at the
Yeah.
top,
You're
but
gonna
yeah,
give
it's
us
wigging me out.
Because you were ahead of the curve too. Everyone else has sort of come around on Pappy.
But because
so
you've had that-
you can claim it.
Because you have had that over the years, I understand what
You know what I'm saying?
I get it now, yeah.
I don't want to just be get rid of Edwards. Like
Yeah.
the dude on debut helped us win a series last
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
So
You're not going to
tough
give us a monologue for every position.
All right, let's go.
sorry.
Yeah, wingers, go, folks.
I've got Coates and Talangi.
Yep, I have Coates and Holmes.
Yeah, I've got Coates and Talangi as well.
Okay.
Coates and
Who's on the
Cobb.
wing?
Coates and Cobb for Queensland.
Oh, you did?
I think so, yeah.
Yep.
Leave Tailangi out. For New South Wales, it's got to be To'o. And then Kiraz. Or
Playing good footy.
Is Lomax going to be ready?
I'm assuming he's not. So yeah, I'm going Kiraz. And if not, then Daniel Tupou can do a job. Until
We don't want your third. We just need two, mate.
Kiraz is
Getting nasty in here, and I like it.
Yeah, it's this time of year. It brings it out.
Let's go.
I need some backup on this fucking panel.
Bring back Timsy.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got the series, so it's fine.
Yeah.
You're winners at the moment, so you can do what you want.
Yeah, and the girls are about to tidy up the series.
Oh,
on
yes,
Thursday
okay.
too.
Fogs, centers.
Centers, I've gone Hamiso and Val.
Okay. I've got Hammer in there as well.
Who's your other centre?
If Val's on the wing.
That was on
Yeah.
your sting, Ryan.
I've got this around the wrong way. Val should be in the center.
Oh, okay.
Talangi on the wing.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, I threw this together 2 minutes before.
Yeah. Nice.
Oscar?
Trell and Critter.
That's scary.
It's pretty scary.
Scary.
That's scary.
Yep. Halves.
Money and DCE for me, no brainer.
Yep, same.
same.
Yeah, Moses and Cleary.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. They're good.
That's a debate in itself, isn't it?
Yeah,
they're good.
I don't want a gas bag every time.
Yeah.
for everything.
No, but that's
You can about
I
this
like,
one.
I like that. Like,
Yeah.
as in, I don't like it as a Queenslander. Is what I'm saying. When
What
you
about
say
Dearden? For you boys, is Dearden anywhere?
Didn't
Yeah.
makes it. We'll get
Well,
there.
we'll just get there.
We'll get there.
Oh, because Benny's out.
that. Big boys in the middle.
Yeah. Well, I think this is where we'll start to differ. I've taken Carrigan and Cotter as my props.
I've got Carrigan and Grant.
I've gone.
Grant's a hooker.
So we can't.
No, you go in the middle. All the middles.
Yeah.
Oh, are we going 8
Props.
and 10 here?
Yeah.
Or?
Age go 8, 9, 10.
8, 9, 10. So I've gone, Carrigan, Grant, Cotter.
Yep.
Who are your props?
I've got Carrigan, Grant, Horsburgh.
The horse.
Yeah.
Red.
I've gone Fasua Malaawi, Grant, and Collins.
Yeah, my Queensland team's the same as yours, Gerard. Haas and Mitch Barnett for New South Wales.
Second rowers, I've got Tommy Gilbert and Beau Fermor.
Yep.
Same.
Pretty
Same.
similar, yep.
Yep.
That's such a good back row. Gus and Martin piece itself for
Yeah.
New South Wales.
Good back row as well.
And then Tino's my lock.
Okay.
I've gone Patrick as my lock.
Yeah, I've got Tino as well.
So you got Carrigan on the bench, Ryan, for Queensland?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. What do we got left?
So
Isaiah was New South Wales lock for me. Yep.
so it's your bench now. So I'll just rattle through my bench.
I haven't done bench, so I'll
That's right.
sit out of this one. But
So I've got Dearden as my utility. I've got Corey Horsburgh. I've got Lindsay Collins. And then last year, Bill put a back utility on the bench. And that's where I've got Cobbo.
Yep. I've just gone Dearden, Cotter, Fodawaker, Nanai, and 18th man is Kurt Mann.
Kurt, shit.
I think I reckon he's a shout to even be
He's a
in there.
proper utility.
Yeah, like honestly, he's been playing so well in the middle. He's hard to handle it when he's running the ball, and he's defending pretty well in the middle when he's on too. So I think the thing is, for over so many years, Queensland have had a half that is the number 14 has done a job like Tom Dearden. So the remedy's there. I think he'll do a great job.
I think
14
we
jersey.
might take Marnie as 18th or 19th man just in case Grant's not good
Yeah.
come Origin time. That's where I'm.
Yep.
Yeah, so if you got Dearden on the bench, you can move Money to cover backline and plug Dearden at 6.
Yeah, but I don't like Money at fullback. I think we lose him. He's playing so good where he is. I just think we lose.
Did you see
so
that?
much?
You went on the chat. You were busy on Sunday. I put in the chat. I was like, I don't know if Munster's going to play or like.
and then he
I was
brained
like,
it.
I think Dearden might get it over, and then it was like line break, try assist, try assist. And I was like, what the f?
Keep going. Keep hanging shit on him, please.
Yeah.
Do it on that
Who's
specific
your bench?
Wednesday
Who's your
night.
bench?
Connor Watson, Lindsay Smith, Hudson Young, and shout out Keon Kaloa, mother Tungy, 78 minutes in the middle fame. Yeah,
Yeah,
How dude is he?
I don't like your bench.
You don't like it?
No, I
Just
like
don't like
it,
your
but I
team.
think it could be stronger. But I like your team.
Who would
Your
you-
starting team is ridiculous.
Who would you throw onto the bench for the Blues?
Well, I don't know, but I just by hearing
He just
it.
doesn't like
What
it.
I'm saying
That's
is-
it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Your
Hudson,
starting is
Well,
yeah.
Hudson Young doesn't make it on your starting team.
like Gus and Martin,
Yeah, yeah,
you know?
true. Yeah,
Like, yeah, you could, but then
yeah.
you want to go tell Angus or Liam that they're playing off the bench?
Oh, Liam Martin.
Who's the
Also-
Blues captain in your team?
Isaiah.
Okay.
Or just give it to Nath.
Yep.
Yep.
Over under 3.5 Panthers players.
What have I got?
Cleary. Oh,
Cleary.
Over.
Over.
Martin, Smith, 5.
Yep. Easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow,
Interesting.
It's crazy if Ben Hunt's fit. Tom Deere does not play Origin, and the way he's playing at the moment,
crazy,
is
eh?
crazy. It's insane. Yeah.
You got, did all three of you pick Lindsay Collins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When's he
Collins-
back?
He's off the bench
Yeah.
for me.
When's he back? He hasn't played since like round 6 or something.
Yes, correct.
This week, I'm pretty sure.
I thank
Is
you
he-
for your
A
question.
timely return.
As is Harry Grant's back this week as well, so
Yeah.
that could be Reed Marnie very easily too.
But I've gone off not like they're going to play well. That's what I've just gone because they're professionals. I just think they're going to play well this week. They'll have 2 weeks to lead into a series to a week of Origin. So
Suddenly we're a
Yeah.
bit thin at prop. Like we're picking Lindsay and Welchie's gone, Horsburgh.
yeah,
Yeah.
No shade on Lindsay though.
No,
No.
absolutely.
We
He
don't
plays
need
with
any fan
He
mail
plays
from
with
Lindsay.
avocado seeds up his ass, man. Dunked on Teddy in Adelaide, bro. Love Lumberjack Lindsay.
None of you guys came at me for leaving Terrell May off my team.
Explain
No.
yourself.
Well, I just think, like,
you can't
for,
get pumped 64. You got bashed they got bashed in the middle.
for everything good that he does, shout out people who play Supercoach and Fantasy, because that's where I think a lot of the opinion is coming from. Like, stats-wise, he's a form player in the competition. I think have a very close look at the kind of things that Melbourne did to him to target him around the ruck. I'm not saying he was the dude that
No.
was the weakness in West's pack, but it was an example of he's still very raw in terms of his development as a middle forward, some of his ruck defense, some
Yeah.
of his marker detailing, still developing, and the best attacking players in the comp made him pack.
You also spoke about bringing people in who haven't. He's had half of the year
Yeah.
good.
He's had 8 weeks of sick footy.
Do you know what I mean? Like you can't just
Yeah.
jump the gun and a new shiny toy and chuck him in there because he will get figured out.
And that's what
This
everyone's
is
going, oh,
Origin.
he can play 80 minutes. You go, well, if he plays for the Blues, he's not going to play 80 minutes. So his best quality right now, you're not going to utilise in
correct.
the Origin arena. So
And I'm not going to, without sounding rude to all our Tigers supporters, but he's playing good for the West Tigers.
Little drive-by. We'll talk more about Origin over the coming weeks. Let's pivot back to Clubland real quick. Some of the stuff that happened off the ball over the weekend, this Jamin Salmon thing with Ricky Stewart.
So good.
you guys
Very
like
good.
that?
I did. Yeah, I
loved
think
it.
Play on.
some of the, I was listening to SEN this morning and people were ringing in saying, why isn't Salmon getting fined 20K or whatever? Ricky got fined last year. And I'm like, that's
For saying it.
for doing a gesture.
but he said it in a presser.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he could have said anything.
Well, exactly. I can't read lips.
You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like you can't. We're taking away from the celebration of the game. If he's doing like a sexual innuendo or something,
yeah.
I get it.
That's
But-
the only problem I've is like I've seen some chat on. I don't know what the story is, but there is one side of the story where Jamin Salmon was very rude to Ricky's daughter. And
there's
if
more to it.
If that is a true side of the story, then I don't like a
No,
30-year-old
that's-
grown man still carrying on about. But I don't know what happened. So,
But
he
also-
certainly shouldn't be fined.
but also-
for
He
it.
didn't
Nah,
swear.
nah.
Salmon is just. Salmon
And he's
is-
making fun of himself.
Yeah.
Really.
He's,
Yeah, really
allowed,
is.
he's
I'm not
allowed to clap
offended
back.
by this shit at all.
How long do you reckon he's waited to score in camp to do that?
Well,
do you know what I mean?
Hasn't it happened twice?
No, so there's a great stat I heard on the weekend. Ricky, since the incident, Ricky has not beaten a Jamin Salmon team.
Yeah, there's
Damn.
So Penrith
Wow.
And then
and
now
then
the dogs a couple of times.
Yeah.
has not beaten him since.
Interesting.
So you're thinking that you think that they're in the middle of their preparation midweek and they're going, this is what he said about you.
Yeah, put it on the wall.
Look, boys, look what he's done. Are we going to let him do that to our team,
What are
mate?
you going to do about it, boys?
He said it right there. It's like a,
They'll start doing like Wolf of Wall Street.
yeah. and it's like an old person. And it's someone's gut, and it's just a dog, and it's just 3 pictures.
What are you going to do about it, boys?
And he's like,
We don't stand for this.
And it works every time.
yeah. Well, there you go.
There's something in that.
So when
You should be a coach.
yeah, when Jermaine comes to the Broncos, we'll be like, this is what we need to do. Madge, this is what we do. Anyway, that's how you beat Ricky.
The other
Jamie.
the other thing that happened on the weekend was this chat about the trainer wetting the footy in the Panthers Cows game. Where do you stand on this,
But
Gerard?
what does it do?
I don't know. When it gets in the air, surely it dries out.
They just played 80 minutes in the rain, and they both used the same ball.
Yeah.
Was
Anyone
he-
who's having a spit, league fans are dumb. It's so funny, man.
Be careful what you say.
Hey, I'm one of them.
They're coming for you again. Was it mid-game or was it when they were warming up?
Got a point beforehand.
Yeah, because Mitch Dunn did it as well.
But what does it do?
So like,
That's what I would like to know.
you tell me. You played.
If I've got a wet ball, I'm trying to catch it. It's probably a little bit slippery, but I don't know. But I've got
broken
ball,
down.
I've got ball grip. Like,
Yeah,
when
and
you have ball
there's
grip,
silicone on the jersey.
if you have the ball grip right, it actually works better with water.
With a bit of
It
water
sticks.
on there,
Yeah,
too.
it sticks. I don't know. It's.
But like, wasn't it rain? Like, it was like
It was wet anyway.
it was like 9:30
I love
at
how
night.
you know what I've seen the footage. It's so cool how he's holding it like he's just like.
He's done it before.
Like it looks so subtle.
I reckon every trainer does that every week.
isn't it
And
what-
it's just some sad guy on Twitter's seen it,
Isn't-
screenshotted it. I'm offended by
can't
this.
do that.
What are you doing? He cost my multi.
I think his
there
name's
another
Todd
one?
Payton.
Isn't there another one? Isn't there another footage of someone else doing it in another team?
No, it was literally that game.
No, I think it was a Cows game. I think there's another one.
No,
here.
Dunny did it
Penrith
in
did
that
it,
game.
Okay.
and then Cows did it, and Todd only caught the Cowboys.
Yeah,
trainer.
both teams did it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Same
really?
game,
But
yeah.
what I don't understand. I played rugby league at the
think-
highest level, and I
were they
don't get
kicking
it. I don't know why it
They were
matters.
kicking it to the opposition in both instances. So it was like, here, we're going to kick off this slightly more wet ball than what it's been. For
But
the
what
80
happens when
minutes
Cleary
prior.
touches it and he kicks it? Is it slippery for him?
That's exactly.
It wouldn't be slippery anyway.
Carl, exactly.
These balls are made in NASA, and you've got to give them. Like man, this is ridiculous. Who the to talk about this? This is
Wet
stupid.
balls. Wet balls.
It's just league.
It's hardly
League 101.
It's hardly deflate gate,
or
Tom Brady.
sandpaper.
Yeah, if there's someone out there with a pin to float, then I'm like, whoa, man, that's
Maybe only wet ones the side.
Oh,
of
he's
the
getting a bit
ball
of outswing.
that the opposition was
Yeah.
using. You know.
Get the duct tape out.
You know what? I'm gonna go.
So good.
I'm gonna go to a school and I'm gonna wet the footies and I'm gonna be like, catch these kids, see what it does.
Ring Mythbusters.
Well, remember
we
in
need this.
COVID times when
There's
they were washing the
content around
balls
that.
in soapy water every time they went out? What the
Yeah,
That makes
yeah.
it worse.
Rugby league is undefeated.
Anyway.
Continues to be.
Anyway, where's Alf when you need him? Need him to do it.
Put rum on the ball.
We'll jump to a break in a
4X,
second.
actually.
We don't have to spend too long on this one, but I don't know if you boys are aware of this top 2 grand final guarantee. So by round 10 over the last 10 years,
Wow, this is cool.
7 teams have played in the grand final.
And they've been in 7th position.
yeah, they've sat top 2 on the ladder.
Wow.
So if you sit top 2 by round 10, 7 of the last
yeah.
10 have made the grand final.
7 of the last 10.
Yeah, so Penrith obviously contributes to this a lot.
That's well. They're so what is it? Dogs Wars.
Dogs Wars. So that's my.
Up the Wars.
That's my. And I mean, Fogs is very passionate about the Wars, particularly this week because he's a big.
Are we going to talk about that?
We will.
No.
But if you had,
Okay.
Pleasure
Carry
to
on.
have you on, Shad. Thank you.
yeah, if you had to pick between these 2 teams, boys, the Dogs and the Wars, to play in the grand final, who would you be more confident? in?
Was.
Yeah.
I don't want the Bulldogs to win it.
I know. I was about to say that.
I couldn't handle. I just can't handle them. I can't handle them winning it.
It makes sense to be them though.
I'll take another wooden spoon for them not to.
Yeah.
Gus.
Yeah.
Gus.
No, I wouldn't.
Fogs is on
That's
one.
terrible.
Gus is low key a genius.
Let
See,
him cook.
look at what he's setting up. He's I think it's the Dogs.
Everything that they're doing, like the best parts of their game are repeatable.
Yeah.
They work hard in defence, they're connected, and their attack is improving every other week.
Did we
love
say
the Wars? But
Did we say they would fall out of the 8 this year?
Sure did.
You boys did.
Sure of it. I said I thought they might be a better team.
I didn't
finishing lower on the
even
ladder.
give them any brain thought. I didn't.
Any brain thought?
I don't.
I said Newcastle would come last. They are sitting in 14th. Come on.
I think you're pretty safe there, maybe. Yeah.
Come on.
$21 for the Wildcats to win the premiership. What are the Dogs? $4.50.
I don't like either of them.
I can't
I
believe,
think they'll both be there. I think they'll both be top 8.
I can't believe Penrith are sitting in 16th.
4 and against is going to get them, I think.
Penny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a bit
Gee,
late now.
they should have won that game.
-2.
Wow.
That's not that actually that bad.
I reckon there's
-2
going to be a bit of chat in
differential.
the refereeing inner sanctum over the next couple of weeks about when teams are
Wetting the ball.
as well as the outcry that is wet balls in the game right now. Defenders. When an attacking team's setting for a field goal, there are a lot of times on the weekend where the tackler for the play the ball prior peels out the back of the ruck and then just lies down there or stays crouching in the passing lane where the dummy half's trying to throw deep to the kicker. So Cleary, was it last week when Hunty went to throw to Renault and then juggled it and then ended up having to take the
Yeah.
thing? He juggled it because there was a defender in the passing
like
lane.
an accidental offside
To
situation.
me, it happened. Maybe it's just me being a bloody conspiracy theorist.
There's
But to me,
always-
I've noticed it too often in the last few
But they
weeks.
figure it out. These
That's
teams
the new
figure it
crackdown.
out.
Yeah.
Teams figure out how to
Penrith,
stop
Give them an
things
inch,
like
they'll take them off.
Penrith did it to the Cowboys, and that's when I
Clip
thought that it's
Yep.
specific because
Oh.
Panthers have been the best.
You're a weirdo.
at
You see
finding
shit,
these
like,
little
honestly.
wins over the last few
You've
years.
got
So
a
yeah,
big
keep a look
corkboard
at
at
it.
home where you just like putting clippings and
It's in my-
strings.
No,
in
it's
my
just
mind.
pictures of you that he's going to kill you.
Smoking. Like what's going on here?
No, my corkboard's just full of pictures of Cameron Murray. And now Jamie Humphries.
All right, boys, let's take a little break. We've got to chat a lot about this multi coming up. You're listening to NRL Unpopular Opinions. It's time to chat about the multi. We've only got one up this week, and if you're listening to us for the first time, we have a tattoo on the line. A glory hole tattoo, I'm told, from one of Gerald's tattoo artist friends.
Glory hole.
My glory hole.
We're keeping record this year. Last week, we went 2 from 4. I got the under between the Knights and the Titans up. And Oscar, you had the Storm to cover. Was that your leg?
Sure of it.
Yep.
Nights are a bit of a honey hole for you. Just
Yeah, I
quietly.
know. You boys haven't cotton on yet.
How close was the unders there? It was by a couple.
Yeah,
2 or 4?
it only just shit.
So you got one back.
I got last 2 weeks. I think I clawed
I've
a
really
couple
got to follow, like, when I just get submersed in my weekend as a father and a husband.
Number one dad.
I just get submersed in
back.
what's
Me
going
too
on.
now, bro. Me too.
Can you screenshot our bets and put them in the thing?
Yeah, I've
please?
got it, yeah.
No, you never do it. though. That's why it's
You should
losing.
know. You
No,
know.
I was in this week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You boys just don't look at it.
I know.
Because I copped it for very reasonable
Why do you make it all about you?
Oh, all right.
Talk us through why you liked Wise 13 plus last week, folks.
Yeah, can we get into this?
No, we're not getting into that. No. All right, who's up? We're not getting into that.
So the records as it stands, I'm 8-3. Gerald,
Wow.
you took Manly to win last week. You fell to 5-6. Fogs is also 5-6 after Shad's 13 plus leg.
What am I?
You're 5-7. Oscar.
How does that work? How can we
can I
both
have a
be
difference?
5-6 and they're 5-7?
Maybe Oscar's 6 and.
Yeah, he's definitely less than us.
So he's doing better, or
No, he'd be
No,
doing
he'd be-
less. He'd be worse.
I think you've had a few in a row.
I've hit 2 or 3 in a row the
Yeah.
last few weeks.
2. I think he's at 2.
so
Hold on. Maybe you'd be 6-6. Is that right?
Well, hang
Yeah.
on. My last one was when Trell come back and remember that was I lost.
I don't
that one.
remember.
I don't think I lost since Trell.
We'll have to
when
double
he,
check.
when he knocked
We'll have
that
to
ball
double
on.
check.
Yeah.
So just tell us the damage, please.
So we're Dral and I are 5 and
5-6. So
And you got out to you were killing
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm all
So,
right.
question for you boys: if it's a tie for last, are we both,
Both.
getting a tattoo?
yeah, it's both.
Yeah.
Is it the same tat?
You get half a tat each.
Oh,
you do have it. You got-
Well, let's.
Yeah, that's happening, isn't it?
Best
No,
friends.
But like on feet or something. Like,
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't know if we can do that. Right? I think
He don't like me that much.
Andy on the bottom of the foot. Get each other's names. It's me. You don't know. I own you and you own me.
Partners approving, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I think if it's a draw, you have to both get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can agree to that.
Because you don't want to go to a
Same-
rock off on the day.
same
and
design.
stuff.
no, right? Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Or if it can't. What if we're going into the grand
Hold
final
on,
game?
is this
and
all
it's
the way to the
tied?
end? Yeah.
Then we've got to do like a. Do you know what I mean? Like more legs in that thing, and then whoever loses on the secondary.
Okay, I think
Do you know what I mean?
when we get to finals, we'll reassess.
We'll have to have a look how
Let's
close
not
we
count
are.
our chickens.
Yeah.
We'll cross that bridge when we get
What
to
chickens?
it. Dry, you got the first leg
They
this
haven't
week.
hatched yet.
Yeah, I'm just going to go Melbourne at $1.60 against the Sharkies down there in Shark Park. I just feel like I've got to get back on track. I've taken a couple of outlandish bets in the last couple of weeks because I think that one got up. I think one of them got
Bronx
up.
13 plus.
Yeah, that was pretty outlandish. And then I kept thought I had big nuts.
Yep.
Big kahunas. And I don't. Got small.
They're very small.
They're very small, grape-like. Purple.
Like the Storm.
Like the Storm.
Which is why.
Which is
fits.
why $1.60. That's me.
I'm going the Raiders to bounce back -9.5 against the Titans. The Raiders are 4-1 at home this year, and I just love a Ricky Stewart bounce back game. Who took the Rabbitohs? That's
Big
Me,
O.
Oscar.
me. First time this year, I think, backing them head-to-head after we missed on Trelmiet. I'm going to give them a +4.5 start, which gives us about $1.60 odd against Wests at Campbelltown.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
Really like the West
I like
Tigers.
You like them?
No, we need to get one up. Come on,
We do
guys.
need
Stop
to get
Getting
running
on it
each
this
other
week.
down. Stop running each other down. Let's be with each other. Okay?
No, that's with the tattoos ruined it. Now we want each other to pick shit
Yeah.
legs.
It's almost a prize. Fogs, you're giving us a little bit of juice this week.
Yeah, I've probably not the smartest idea from the bloke currently looking at tattoo, but I'm taking on Sunday afternoon Ezra Mam anytime try scorer.
That's so bold. I love it.
He looked red hot against the Clydesdales last week, and
this guy, man.
I think he's clearly got a point to prove.
He's played 40 minutes.
Needs the Bronx to needs to lift the Bronx, and I'm on the storyline more than anything else.
I like it.
That's so good.
It's
dude.
great.
Could this bite me in the ass? Absolutely, but you know what? Fortune favors the brave.
I'll be on your skin somewhere.
Let's ride.
We'll be clipping this up
Yeah,
next week.
what's the date? 13th of May. That's when Fogs secured his tattoo.
The
I will
fall.
happily get an
Would it
Ezra
be-
Mam
I was
tattoo.
going to say, would it be Ezra?
I was gonna do it when they won the comp. So wouldn't that have been a fucking bad look?
Wow. Anyway, let's get off that. We'll move on.
Yeah, I can't give you a price, listeners, because we don't have player markets up yet as we're recording on a Tuesday. So let's wrap up the show.
But it'll be in groups.
It'll be in open
Yes,
groups
it'll
on the
be
Neds
open
up.
groups.
Yep, absolutely. Let's just go quickly. Tips for each game. Just give me a team as I read them out, boys. Knights, Eels, Oscar.
Eels. Yeah.
Eels.
What have we done?
Bulldogs, Roosters, Friday night.
Oh.
At a
Dogs.
core.
At a core.
Yeah, dogs
I
are
think
very short.
I think it's the dogs. Dogs.
Dogs.
I don't want them to get out to a more lead, but
Dogs. And unconfident dogs.
Yeah.
Finns, Wars at Suncorp on Saturday.
Oh, man.
Was
Up to
Was.
was.
Up to was.
Come on.
Good
Next
value in that
question.
one.
Yeah, I don't like the other team. So Waz.
Cows, Manly in Townsville.
Oh, man.
Manly.
Manly.
I'm going to go Manly.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to bounce back, and it's a, you know where they're going to go after. You know exactly where.
Also, how much did Tom Payton get fined for saying make the right call, refs?
Is that what he said?
He said
Have they announced
press
that yet?
conference. No, nothing's come out. I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, I
A lot
reckon
of money.
20 at least.
That's as good as I've heard for a while.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sharks, Storm, top
Storm.
five. flush.
Up, Cronulla, baby. I'm
What are you
back
doing?
in the upset.
No, we just went. I just went.
I can't pick your multis for you, brother. Okay.
Bronx, Dragons on Sunday.
Broncos.
Bronchies.
Bronx.
The Milk and the Titans.
Milk.
Milk.
I'm going to go Titans with Foz back. I think he's back.
This guy, man.
I know.
He
That's,
believes in Desmond.
This.
are you
segment
rooting for our
means-
multi or
This
not?
segment means nothing. Anyone who's made it this far still
Yeah,
listening.
exactly.
Shout out to you all.
And Tigers, Rabbits.
Oh, Tigers.
Rabbits.
You're a dog, eh? A weak, gutted.
Oh no. I'll go the Rabbits.
Bunnies.
I just wanted to hurt his feelings.
Very nice. Have you guys checked out the new Wars jersey, by the way, that they're set to wear in round 12?
Black and
The black
silver
and
one?
white. Yeah, it's very strong.
I wish-
helped him.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I wish they went back to those colours. I think they look way sicker in the black and silver.
Well, they can't. They
It
can't.
looks
man.
good.
Oh, really?
Not allowed.
All Blacks, they know.
Yeah.
Yeah, dogs.
Who are the All Blacks now? Geez, they've not.
Never
Where
heard
have
of
they
them.
been? Remember when they were just
Who's
dominating?
He plays for?
I think they still do.
Oh, do they do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I don't watch
Yeah.
rugby.
I remember. I remember.
Because that's still happening. I'll just go
Boys, anything we want to plug before we get out of here? Nah?
Women's Origin, game 2.
Yep.
Thursday night, 7:30. The Blues were dominant in game 1 in yardage. Outside backs and forward pack just completely dominated the yardage battle. And Taryn Aiken didn't get enough looks. She got a couple and she nailed them. So I think Tony Norris has brought in Chelsea Lenarduzzi for the Maroons. So another big body through the middle. They've got a challenge on their hands. I think this is the Blues game to lose. But if anyone can do it, it's Aiken and Tamika Upton.
Queensland.
Go Queensland.
I'm going to talk a little bit about, before we go, the local rugby league, community footy.
Yes.
Arana, if you're around that area this weekend, there's 3 games.
Are they getting renovations at the Leagues
There
Club?
they are.
Looks
Huge.
Yes.
Looks flash.
Yes, it does look flash. But we're not worried about that right now. We're not worried about that. Okay? We're talking about...
What do we need to do?
There's 3 games. 3 games? There's 3 games. Under 19s at 1, 3s at 2:30 and the 1s at 4 o'clock, all down the Rana. There'll be a keg van down there as well. So you can pour beers outside. If anyone wants to go... That's honestly...
Are you pouring the beers?
I actually am going to be pouring the
Yes.
beers. I will be pouring a lot of beers from about 2:30 onwards. So come down, have a beer, man. It's going to be a cracker afternoon.
All head, no beer
really,
from
really
Gerald.
good. Yeah.
Free beers for us, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, if you come down, I'll give you a few free beers.
Have you
But
run
you just
that?
won't come down because you're losers.
Have you run that little shape in a game yet?
No. Well, Corbin, I've given it to Corbin.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll see how we go.
We'll see.
But, man, I can't wait. I'm going to be
Sick.
blood.
Fogs, you pumped for the AFL, mate?
Oh, no, but I do want to shout out. There's must be one specific producer at Fox League that is just picking the music for the promos at the moment.
Oh, and they're good.
Last week he was Sleep
yeah.
Token. They had
that's
Polaris
strong.
Polaris to start the year. There's clearly a metalhead at Fox League that's doing the
okay.
promos. And it's nice to see the music that I love getting
Yep.
a bit of mainstream love for the footy fans. I
That's
think it
good.
works
My
for you.
wife was personally offended by those songs last weekend.
Yeah, well, it's not for everyone, but
Why
And
can't we
Fogs
have
likes
songs
it.
like
Yeah.
Making My Way Downtown? Wouldn't that be funny, though? And watching people step.
As the Storm put up 60 on the Tigers.
Actually, Rich, I don't know if that's your area, but could you... Anyway, let's go.
Thanks, boys.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website